Hope you're excited for the playoffs. Know you'll have lots of plays, have lots of recommendations over at Roto Grinders. But let's get into these play-in tournament games. What are your plays for Friday in the association?
Yeah, the first pair of playing games were pretty good to me. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going. I got 2 points and rebounds props. You're taking the over on Andrew Wiggins at 24.5 points plus rebounds, and then Anthony Davis as well over 38.5 points and rebounds.
Okay, I like these. These are good. Mine are going to be, I'm going to be on the Mavericks money line plus 220. Give out a parlay, a juicy parlay between mine and Kyle's picks at the end of the picks. Let's get into these. So Andrew Wiggins, what gives you confidence that Wiggins is going to step up here in this must-win situation for the Miami Heat?
Yeah, it's a good matchup for him. I like what we saw in the first play-in game from Wiggins. Obviously, Tyler Hero was the one to have the big scoring performance, but Wiggins was still very involved from a shot creation perspective. He had a 26.5% usage rate, and despite Tyler Hero being the guy that they were going to all game, he still got up 20 shots for Andrew Wiggins. He also had a pretty solid rebounding game as well. He grabbed 9 boards in that matchup against Chicago. Rebounding matchup was a little bit better in that game, but this is still a sneaky, solid matchup for rebounding opportunities for wings, as they allow the 8th most potential rebounds to opposing wings in this one. So I think it's a sneaky good rebounding matchup here for Wiggins. And I do think he's going to be the secondary usage guy behind Tyler Hero. Like I mentioned last game, 26.5% usage rate. When I project him for about a 25% usage rate, my model likes him for 25 points alone in this one, as well as 5.2 rebounds. So, my numbers like Wiggins to clear this number on points alone. And while that would be a pretty much a ceiling game from a regular season perspective, when you take into account the elimination game, should be expecting Wiggins to be pushed pretty much full go in terms of minutes. He played 36 minutes last game, and that game was pretty much settled by halftime, it seemed like. Obviously, Miami had it pretty much taken care of for the majority of the game. Do you think we could see him play 37, 38 minutes in this one, and maybe even a couple more if the game is really close? So again, at 38-minute projection, 25 points here for Wiggins in my model, and again, adding 5 rebounds as well. So good matchup, as well as obviously Wiggins, having some good underlying numbers with that usage rate, kind of give me a really solid projection on this number for Wiggins.
Yeah, I like this. I mean, a lot of this is also like, they had Jalen Johnson. I wouldn't like this as much because of the matchup. But without Jalen Johnson, I feel like there's an opportunity here because of the guys that are getting minutes for Atlanta. And there's a lot of inexperience, honestly, on that side, even with guys that I like a lot, like Mo Gay and stuff over there. So I think that there's definitely an opportunity to be had here. I'll take the Mavericks here plus 220 on the money line. I make this game just one. I make it within a point, which makes sense given where the Memphis Grizzlies are at. Now, I'll definitely admit this, that my ability to get an accurate rating on Dallas is nearly impossible. Like, what data should I use, right? Like, they could be wildly better than my rating. They could be wildly worse than my rating. They could be wildly accurate with my rating. It could be absolutely anywhere. What I do know is that even with the market line being 6 on this game, I feel like there is a overestimation of Memphis, but rather an underestimation of Dallas's talent. And we kind of saw that in that Kings game, right? Where it's like, hey, Klay Thompson, not dead yet. They have guys that can contribute. They've got the 3 bigs who are all really good. Even if it's redundant with Davis and Gafford and Lively, like those 3 guys are really good and really impactful. So I still think that Anthony Davis is such a massive matchup advantage versus this Memphis team. They don't know, like, Jaren can't do anything against him. I love Jaren, and he can't do anything against AD. And AD is going to have a massive game, like you're going to get to in a second. So to me, I like the Dallas Mavericks to be the first team ever, mind you, to make the playoffs as a 10th seed. No one's ever done it. So gotta change sometime. That's how that works, right? So I'll take the Mavericks plus 220 here on the money line. You agree that you think this is a good spot to back AD?
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic spot for me. Your pace-up spot, Memphis playing at the fastest pace in the NBA, but also just when you look at the sheer usage that AD has commanded, even with pretty much a full healthy team, obviously no Kyrie Irving, but when you're looking at PJ Washington on the floor, Klay Thompson on the floor, he still is commanding just monster usage in this Dallas offense. Last game, in that elimination game, 34% usage rate. And honestly, he took 23 shots. He didn't really play all that great, only 9 makes in that one. Last game, I took the over 25.5. He did get there, scored 27 points, but it closed at 26.5. For this one, 27.5 is where we opened. So I do think if you wanted to take the points, that's just fine as well. But also think this is a spot where we're going to see AD play 37, 38 plus minutes. He played 34 minutes in that game against Sacramento last time out. Again, a game that was in control for Dallas pretty much the majority of the game. So I don't think they needed to push him too much. But if this is a game that's back and forth, 4.5 point spread for this one, if it's one that they're struggling with, I do think that it's going to be a spot where we could see AD play 38 plus minutes. Again, elimination game. We didn't really get to see the full throttle with him getting pushed minutes wise last game. I have him projected for 31 points alone, nearly 13 rebounds as well. I think it's a good matchup for him to sort of work against Triple J, like you mentioned. Obviously, we're going to see Zach Edey play 30 plus minutes, and if AD gets any sort of time with him on him, I think that's an automatic mismatch. But whether it's Triple J or Edey, I think AD will be able to kind of have his way on the offensive side. But I do think as well with the pace up spot, we should see some more possessions, allowing more potential rebound opportunities to go Anthony Davis's way as well. And again, when you're talking the sort of partnership with Lively and Gafford, obviously you do take away some of the rebound chances here, but overall AD is still an excellent rebounder, not shying away from this rebound prop whatsoever. So I'm totally fine pairing it up with this points and rebounds number, as I have AD projected for, like I said, 31 points and just about 13 rebounds as well. So my model likes him to smash here against Memphis.
Monster brow game incoming. Just a monster game coming. And I think that makes sense. If this was Zach Edey, if Zach Edey from 3 years from now was going to teleport back in time and take Zach's place, then I would actually like the under here, because AD does not like big physical presences. He prefers to mangle small ball lineups.
Yeah.
The fact that he gets to play with Gafford and Lively, and so AD has to guard those guys, is even better, honestly, for AD. And again, like, Jaren, tremendous defender, can't do a damn thing against AD. So I like both of these plays. For our Tommy John's ballsy parlay of the week, this is like the last pre-playoffs ballsy parlay. So we're going to get pretty ballsy here. There's never been a 10 seed to make the playoffs. So I'm going to bet both of them. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 same game parlays and an SGPX at DraftKings. We're going to take Kyle's props, and we're going to take 25 plus Wiggins points and rebounds, and the Heat money line. That's a plus 194 same game parlay. And we're going to take Mavericks money line and 39 plus Anthony Davis points and rebounds. That's plus 330. And we're going to parlay those. It's a 4-leg parlay that nets us 1164. Look, this is the 8 seed play-in game. We must get aggressive. So we're going to go all the way on that. That's your ballsy parlay.